Jason Statham, and this is an Audi A8. Wait a minute, I'm not Jason Statham. I still have all my hair on. Huh, this is odd. Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Albert and today I have this beautiful D3 Audi A8 which I'm going to review. Stay tuned.
From the other side, and I don't know about you, but I got butterflies. Damn, I don't got game, but I feel you would like to play. So I pass go and I collect 200 on the way. I know I probably jumped too many spaces, but you can't be replaced. You're a superstar, and I can feel you in my arms. Moving to a brand new song. My heart, funky to the bone, and I can say what we'll become. Am I insane? I'm delusional, baby.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I have this beautiful 2005 Audi A8 and I fell in love with this car since I've seen it for the first time in the Transporter movies, and I said to myself, well Albert, you need to buy one day. So I did. Now I didn't buy the 6-liter W12 engine, which I would have, but instead I bought a 3-liter diesel. Now you're gonna ask me why. Well, first of all, it's one of the most reliable engines ever made by Audi, except for the 1.9 turbo diesel that went on the A4 and the Passat and the Golf and the Volkswagen Group. But this 3-liter engine, it's one of the most reliable engines ever built by them. And I wanted to try them to see if it's that reliable. And definitely, I bought this car for a long tour around Europe. Now, I've been owning this car for a couple of months and I had a great experience with it. Everything about this car screams German quality, and to be honest with you, I couldn't find any faults with it. So, this D3 model replaced the old D2 and was replaced by the D4. But for me, this is an icon of a car because it was in the Transporter movies and I loved it. But one thing is certain about it, it still looks good even today in 2022. Now in 2002, when this car was brought to life, well, not this one, because this one, it's a facelift, but as a brand, the A8 went into production in 2002, the D3 model. So when it got to the market, it had some innovations with it, like keyless entry, keyless go, night vision, soft close, 18-way adjustable seats, soft close on a boot. Now let's talk a little bit about styling, because this car still looks good now. It looked good 20 years ago, but now still looks modern. The big grille, the headlights, the big xenon headlights which this car has, still look good even now. But the technology that was put in this car in 2002 was amazing, and it still is today. We got a multimedia interface, which was the Audi's first infotainment system. It has adaptive air suspension, which is amazing. This car is so comfortable that even by today's standards, the ride quality is excellent. From this side, you can actually see how big it is. This car is almost 5 meters long, and this is the short wheelbase. There is a longer wheelbase. It's a longer model that actually has 12 centimeters more than this one. But as you can see, still looks good. It's so elegant, and these lines are really beautiful. Talking about the back end of the A8, which for my opinion I still think it looks good. You can actually see these tail lights are blacked out, and they do look modern even now. They are not LEDs, but when they are turned on they look like LEDs. We do have twin exhaust and also this beautiful chrome layout here. Now, 20 years ago, this was an epiphany of luxury. 20 years ago, all luxury cars had a lot of chrome. Nowadays, a lot of cars are coming out with blacked out trim, which is nice. But, well, to be honest with you, I still like this one. I don't say it's better, I don't say it's worse, but still looks good. We have parking sensors, and that's pretty much it. Now, let's talk about engines. And oh boy, we have a lot of engines to talk about, because Audi put a lot of engines on the A8. I mean, there are a lot of engines available for this car. You have 3 V6s. Petrol was a 2.8, a 3 liter, and a 3.2. Then you had the V8s petrol, the 3.7 and the 4.2. Then you had a V10, a 5.2 liter monster, which was put on the S8. And the last but not the least, the W12 6 liter monster that was actually on the Bentley. You actually know that engine from the Transporter movies. That car, that legendary A8, has that particular engine. To be honest with you, I love that engine, I love that car, and I would like to buy one someday, but apparently they are really hard to find. Nevertheless, I have here a 3 liter diesel engine, because Audi gave us a couple of diesel engines to choose from. There were a V6 3 liter, 4 liters V8, and later was replaced by a 4.2 liter V8 also. But let's talk about this one, the 3 liter one, because apparently it's one of the most reliable engines on the market now. Well, I don't know what to say about reliable, because my old engine blew up, and this car had 141,000 miles when I bought it. Was taken care of, was a good car, lots of receipts, full service history, everything was done accordingly to plan. But my DPF, you know, my diesel particle filter, started to clog up, and at some certain point it blew up. Not the particle filter, but it blew up my engine, and I had to replace it. And I replaced it with this one, which is the facelift engine, which produces 250 horsepower and 500 Newton meters. The old one, the 3 liter one that was actually on this car, had 230 horsepower and 450 Newton meters. And I'm really impressed by the numbers that they added up with the facelift one. Now, as I mentioned, these are reliable engine, and these are reliable cars. Except from that, and I know you're gonna say, well, you blew up an engine, how reliable is that? Well, trust me, it's a reliable car. I did not have any problems with it. I changed the oil at the gearbox and the filters, and I drove this car 10,000 miles on a Europe tour. and it was amazing. Now, the interior of this car looks amazing. Everything in this car screams German quality. You don't actually feel that this car is 16 years old, and the technology that's inside this car, it's modern by today's standards. There's nothing cheap in this car. We have sway on the rooftop, we have double glazed windows, everything is wrapped in leather. I mean, even the leather quality is excellent. We have this beautiful Alcantara on the seats. By the way, these are 18 ways adjustable seats, and they're amazing. They're so comfortable, and they hug you in all the right places. Yeah, I know. And there's not much to complain about except one little annoying thing, and these armrests, because apparently Audi wanted them to be individual and to give it a more of a, you know, like every passenger and driver can adjust the height of where the hand would be, but they didn't think it through very well, because these ones are quite squeaky. They squeak, and this is the only thing annoying about this car. There's nothing else except these. Now, the sound system of this car is excellent. This car has the Bose audio system. It's not like the Bang & Olufsen, but this one is incredible. We do have here this wooden trim, which, as you can see, looks pretty nice. Everything was so well built. You can actually see that everything looks like it's almost new. Now, one thing that I really like about this car is the infotainment system and the infotainment screen. As you can see, this one pops up when you push the start button. Really James Bondy. Oh yeah, feels so nice. So, what this car has? So we have this beautiful infotainment screen, we have parking sensors right here, we have dual climate control, which is not that big of a deal now. We have heated seats. When you press the heated seat button, it pops up on the screen, and you can actually adjust it as you would like. As you can see, this beautiful wooden trim here looks excellent. It's actually top German quality. I do like how this Quattro badge looks here. And everything looks nice. As you can see, the steering wheel is a 3-spoke steering wheel. It looks nice. The leather on it. Remember that actually this car, it's a 2005 model. It looks amazing. It has paddle shifters. It has cruise control. And one interesting thing is this voice control here. If you press this button, listen what's happening. Play CD 1.
Cancel.
I have no idea what it said, but usually it works. CD changer.
CD.
Oh, that's nice. So,
Cancel.
it's actually working. Amazing. Now the gauges, In my opinion, they still look good. This one has a multi-dot, which it's that little screen in the middle. There's another version of the Audi A8 who has a bigger screen in the middle of the dials. You can actually choose a couple of things from here, from this screen. You can actually see that we have some fuel consumptions, temperature, the CD information from the infotainment system, miles, and it's kind of rudimentary, but it's nice to have. Now, also this car has two cup holders right over here. You press this lid over here and it pops out. It's pretty amazing. There's another thing that I like about this car. It's this little button that you push here, and it's a drawer that you can actually put, I don't know what you can actually put in here, but apparently it's here. Now, this infotainment system has a lot of things, has a lot of options that you can actually control. You have radio, you have CD and TV, which you can actually see. You have a telephone, you have navigation, but on this car, apparently I don't have the CD. A lot of normal information from traffic. You have a car setup, which you can actually see from here that you can actually have that suspension control. Also, you have setup, you have different settings, you have a display setting, you have the sound, and as I mentioned, this one has the Bose sound system, which is pretty nice. It's an option that you need to have all the time in any car. And of course, if the screen bothers you, you can actually press this button and it goes away, giving it a clean look. Hello again. Now, in the back seat of the A8, I mean, it's pretty comfortable because these seats are almost like the front seats. In this car, they're not adjustable, but in the long version, you can get adjustable rear seats. And also, these ones are kind of bucket seats because they hug you. It's so comfortable here. The leather quality, as I mentioned, it's excellent. Everything in this car feels top German quality. So, driving the Audi. Well, first impression behind the steering wheel of this car is that everything is top quality, everything is nice. The materials are very well put together. Everything in this car is quality, except from my gloves squeaking on the steering wheel. But, well, what can you do? As I mentioned, ride quality, wow, excellent. No noise from outside. Very little wind noise. As miles per gallon, well, roughly this car does like 32 miles per gallon on highway. In town, I don't want to open that can of worms because, well, it drinks a lot. In terms of affordability, well, you can buy these cars from roughly 3,500 pounds, and they can get up to 7,000 or 8,000 pounds for a very good model and with full service history and things like that. But I wouldn't recommend buying an old one with a lot of mileage and no service history, because oh boy, when these things have problems, they're insane. You spend a lot of money trying to repair them, as actually I did when I replaced the engine. But other than that, they're pretty reliable cars, except from this squeaking of the armrest. Nothing sounds awful. Everything is nice. Everything is luxurious, and I really like this way. It's so nice when you touch it, and even when you touch it with your gloves. So as I'm doing speed limit, you can actually see that the ride it's pretty firm, pretty elegant. No unwanted noises, no knocks, no bangs, no nothing. Everything it's smooth, everything it's luxurious. So would I recommend one? Well, hell yeah, because it's a beautiful car, and as I mentioned, I had a long journey with it. I drove it this summer almost 10,000 miles across Europe, and the experience was mind-blowing. I mean, this car went with 250 kilometers on the Autobahn in Germany, which it's pretty amazing in my opinion. So keep in mind, if you want to buy an Audi D3, there are a lot of options on the market. The thing is that you need to buy one with low mileage, you need to buy one with few owners, you need to buy one that actually was taken care of, because if you buy one with problems, you're gonna have a lot of headaches, and it's gonna be problematic because the suspension might fail, the gearboxes fail most of the times, and sometimes the engines also, the PDFs, as in my case. So you need to be aware of what you're buying, and you need to be aware of whatever kind of money you want to spare on a car. So if you enjoyed my video, press a thumbs up, share it, and well, subscribe to my channel. Have a good one.